Hi guys and welcome back. Today I want to talk about what has been probably the worst failure into the Gamefied space, and I'm talking about liquid capital. Don't get me wrong, because I know that it is not a scam and the team behind it is a legit team, or at least that's my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me and just let me know it into the comment section below. The reason why I'm saying that it has been the worst failure is because the expectations were so high at the beginning. It was seeming that really that project could have the numbers to succeed. It had money, it had a big community, it had many influencers, plus an impressive network of partners. What I want to discuss with you today is how and why, in my opinion, it failed and what we can learn from this project. Because what happened is something that could be probably underestimated also by other projects, and we have to learn, because in the moment when we will find out another project is using the same kind of techniques, maybe that moment we will have some kind of warning that will tell us, guys, pay attention, because yes, maybe there are fundamentals that or something that is good, but on the other side there is this kind of thing that could be dangerous, and we will discuss about it exactly today together. Let me say that this channel is about educational content. Nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, great, but always your research before. And guys, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment. It really means so much to us and can really help us to grow. So guys, please, if you want to help us, please leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment. And don't forget also to check all of our links into the description section just below, where you can find our weekly newsletter, our Twitter account, and so on. And it is full of other precious information about the DeFi space and crypto space. So what is liquid capital? Let me say, first of all, that is nothing special from the tech point of view. We are just talking about another Titan fork with a quite high rebase. That is a current daily yield that was 2%. I'm saying it was because they have just shut down the project. Just after a couple of weeks, they decided to close the project and simply refund the people, the users. So we will discuss in a moment also how much people will get back. And that's also another thing that is quite, let's say, interesting. But from the tech point of view, it was just another Titan fork that had its own roadmap to create many beautiful things still into the Gamefied space. When we talk about Gamefied, we simply talk about redistributing money, no value creation. The only value creation is having fun. So keep in mind it, because using this kind of protocols is just having fun. The opportunity of earning is not coming from the rebase. Remember guys, rebasing is something that is completely useless. It's just a game, because the amount of money that is inside the protocol is still the same. And the protocol, what it does is simply bringing the money that are into the ball, giving to someone else, keep some of them just for the protocol, for the team, and so on. And at the moment when the protocol will die, we will have a negative sum. And that's something that is pretty clear also in this case. After just a couple of weeks, if at the beginning the protocol had something like 3 million, in this moment when they will go to refund all the users, the treasury, so the amount of money that will go back into the pockets of the users, is just 1.4 million. So just half of the money in not even a couple of weeks. Why? Well, in my opinion, the amount of money that is remained inside the protocol is quite weird, but I haven't done all the math. What I know is that they had 3 million, 3% of this amount has gone back as a cashback to the users, 20% of the whole amount has gone back as a reward to the protocols that has referred the users, and after that, what has remained should have gone into the liquidity. Obviously, a part has gone to the team and so on. Obviously, they have also had to pay influencers, they had to pay partners that has been working with them for the KYC, from the audit and so on. So there are many expenses, but it's quite impressive to see how users put inside 3 million, and after not even a couple of weeks, the real amount of money that the protocol has right now, it is just half of it. That's something that you should really keep in your mind, because that's what is happening every time that you are using a Gamefied protocol. People that will stay until the end will be the people that will, with any probability, will lose the most, because at the end of the story, it is just distributing money, and money that at the beginning were into the pockets of the users, at a certain point will go to influencer, to the team, to people that are providing KYC, to the audit company, to the network, because obviously you have also to pay fees, and so on. That's quite also a great case study to learn how these Gamefied projects are just redistributing money. But what happened and why, in my opinion, is interesting to talk about liquid capital. Because at the beginning, when we were talking about liquid capital, we had a project with many different partners. If you, for example, tried to join their Discord, you will see that the amount of partners that they had was impressive. And the reason why having so many partners is so important is that each partner has its own community. So it means that if you are partnering with many of them, at the end of the story, you will be able to access much more people, because you will be able to start talking with communities that otherwise you will not be able to reach. That's the reason why it's so valuable being able to partner with other communities. And yes, from this point of view, they have done an amazing work. That's also the reason why they have been able to collect so much money and to reach something like 3 million. But if everything was so great, why they failed? So in my opinion, there are two main reasons. First of all, if you check their documentation, and it is still available and you can still check it from read the white paper, you can just click on it and you will be redirected here where you can find all the information about the project, how it was supposed to go, and so on. What I want to share with you is that their goal, what they have been claiming since the beginning, was to be able to reach $10 million. And in the moment when they set this goal, unfortunately they failed. And this has been a big mistake, because claiming to reach something that at the end of the story you will not be able to reach, that's a big failure. It would have been much better just saying, guys, our goal is to reach 1 million into the first day. And with that kind of amount of partners, it was absolutely possible. And that was what happened. After just a couple of hours, they were already around 1.4 million, something like that. If you want to know the exact number, you can just check their Twitter account. Going down, you will find all the numbers and all the updates that they were sharing just in real time. So the first mistake is that setting a so high goal and being not able to achieve it, it is something that from the perception of the average user is just a warning signal. On the other side, what you need to remember is that in order to succeed, what you need is really many people that are craving, that they want to buy now. You have to increase that kind of the expectation. You have to push on it. You need to create a situation where people are feeling scarcity. They are feeling that the resource, that kind of token that they would like to have, it is scarce, and they have to be fast. They have to rush in order to buy it. Unfortunately, this is not what happened, because what they have done, and that's the second mistake that they have done, is keeping the IDO, you can call it as you want, open for so long. And that has been a terrible mistake, because instead of having just a couple of days, just one day, just reaching the fastest as possible the goal, and after that closing, because in that moment doing like that, you would have many people that weren't unable to buy into the pre-sale, and they would be craving to buy as soon as the token goes public. Unfortunately, Without this kind of system, just having an IDO that was open for more than 2 weeks, because the IDO had two kind of deadlines. First of all, reaching 10 millions, it failed, or otherwise stay open for 2 weeks, 14 days. But what happened is that not even it wasn't able to reach 10 million, so it stayed open for 2 weeks. But on the other side, they added another couple of days just to allow another partner to open its own IDO. So what happened at the end of the story is that all the people that were interested to buy, they already bought. And that's exactly what you can see from the chart. If you look at the chart, here it is, you can see that there is no pump at the beginning. And that's the main trigger to success for any kind of Gamefied project. Without that kind of spark, without that kind of pump at the beginning, people will simply lose faith in something that, at the end of the story, let's be clear, it has not any kind of utility. Because maybe only into the long term, when the treasury is growing enough, in that moment, they will be able to invest and create real value. But at the beginning, just a rebase token, it has zero value. And without the spark at the beginning that is pumping the price, the project will simply die. And that's what happened. The point is, as I was telling you, all the people that were interested already bought during the pre-sale that was so long. So pay attention, guys. If you see a project that is opening the pre-sale for so long and it is struggling to reach the goal, that's not a good sign, because the key for success is having a crowd of people that are craving to buy on day zero. Without this key, the project will fail. And what is even worse, and that's the third mistake that they have done, is adding the buyback, the automated buyback at this level here. As you can see, at a certain point, the price has started to go sideways, for the simple reason that when the price were going down, they were simply buying back the token in order to maintain. In the moment when they shut down this feature, as you can see, the price simply dumped, and in that moment they declared the project failed. Guys, I hope that this analysis helped you to better understand how Gamefied projects are working and what are the key points to succeed. Because without the enough attention to these details, the project will die no matter what, or at least the likelihood to die is much higher than what it should be without this kind of mistakes. Guys, let me know what you think about this story, about Liquid Capital, about these 3 mistakes into the comment section below. Remember, if you enjoyed this content, remember to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye, guys.